Hello book lovers, welcome to Uncommon Reader. My name is Daniela and I thank you so much for joining me today. I have to catch up on some of the tags and I decided to launch this video out not on a Tuesday. Actually, I have different plans for next week and I'll keep my fingers crossed, so stay tuned. I might be coming out with a video format that I haven't done yet. So I'm very excited and I hope I can pull it off because late next week and until the end of January, it will be kind of busy for me as I'll be traveling around Italy. And make sure you tune in now and then because I'm going to share some footage of my travels, and definitely I will be putting together a few vlogs for you to enjoy. So this tag I want to respond to is kind of time sensitive and that's why I wanted to send it out soon. It's the New Year, New Me tag created by Kevin at Kevin Tolls, and I was tagged by adorable Pat of Book Chat with Pat. Kevin says, I think this is an original, but who knows? I'm not very creative. The title is not, but I think the list of questions are. I think it's a really good tag, Kevin. So here are the prompts, and some of the answers I will give are kind of related to my latest video about my reading plans for 2025. And so are some of these questions. The first prompt is fears. What is one book from your 2025 reading goals that scares you? So I think the only reason why I'm scared about this book is because of the size of the font. It's a really old edition of the Pickwick Papers of Charles Dickens. And as you can see, the font is really, really small. And I think that's probably the only reason why I'm scared. Well, besides the fact that it's almost 900 pages. But that's another challenge I'm going to do, which we'll talk a bit later. Number 2, patience. What is the one book on your 2025 reading goals you want to start immediately? So many. I think I'm just going to mention this one, Shantaram. I've been meaning to read this one for a long time by Gregory David Roberts. So hopefully sooner than later, but definitely in 2025. Prompt number 3, growth. What book last year pushed you to reflect and or grow as a reader? So the book that I immediately think when I'm asked this question is Morning in Janine by Susan Abdul-Hawa. I've read this in January of 2024, and this book really obsessed me because it kept coming in my mind and also because of the recent events between Israel and Palestine. This book shares a family story during the invasion of Israel in Palestine in 1948. And I really didn't know many of the details, although this is not real events, but it's inspired what happened in 1948. So that actually got me so moved and interested in learning more about that tormented area. And I got into reading more books, and I want to keep reading about the dynamics in that area. And it's really also quite difficult to talk about it because such a sensitive matter as well from one side to the other. It's something that makes you feel so powerless, and something also that troubles me because it's because of the wrong leaders that these things are going on, and the poor people have to suffer as a result. So it's a very, very complicated situation, unfortunately. Prop number 4, new paths. what is one author you plan to try for the first time in 2025? So I've set up a goal for myself to at least read 12 new authors on 2025, one per month. And I think the one I'm most curious about is Mark Twain. I've never read Mark Twain, and I'm going to do so with The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. And so that's my author of choice among many others. Number 5, self-care. What is one book and or series you revisit for comfort? So I don't know if this means revisit in terms of reread or just like if you continue to read a series. I'm going to mention an Italian author that's unfortunately not translated in English, but this series is translated in Greek, in French, in Spanish, and in German. And Cristina Cassar-Scalia wrote this series about this Sicilian investigator, Vanina Guarrasi. And Vanina Guarrasi is a police investigator, so in each book she has a different homicide or investigation she has to go through, although there's a continuous story in each book where she is actually looking for the killers of her dad, who also was working for the police and who has been killed many decades before. But the books are not just focused on the investigations and the mysteries, but they're also infused with very picturesque stereotypes maybe about Sicilians. Lots of food described in details, because Vanina Guarrasi is also a food lover, so she's one who's going to munch on some Sicilian delicacies in between her investigations. And also her team is kind of funny, so it's also endearing, and it's not just because of the mysteries that are very interesting and intricate, but also because of the ambience of the energy between her and her investigation team that makes the dynamics of the book very enjoyable as well. Sorry it's not translated in English yet, but I do go to this series for comfort. I haven't read a book from her this year, I think, so I'll make sure I'll read one of the series in 2025. We are at prompt number 6. Forging Ahead. What is your favorite debut book or first book in a series you read last year? So I didn't read any from a series, but actually I thought I'd mention the first autobiographical book by Simone de Beauvoir. I have the Italian version, but I'll add the cover of the English copy. Memoir of a Dutiful Daughter by Simone de Beauvoir, who is an amazing writer. She is one of the classics of French literature. And I was really captured by the way she's reminiscing her childhood and years at the university in this book. I mean, just the fact that she remembers that at 3 years old, she knew she was an individual with a mind of her own. I think that's, I don't know, she can make it up or something, because I can't think of anything I was thinking at 3 years old. So maybe, a little bit of writing skills in this case. But I do look forward to read more of her autobiographical books. Number 7, goals. Do you have a specific reading goal or challenge for the year ahead? Well, I actually mentioned in my previous video last week, I have 3. not content. I have 3. One that I set up for myself that I mentioned before, at least 12 authors throughout the year. And then I'm going to join the Beefcake Challenge. And that's why all the big books like the Pickwick Papers and Shantaram. And then I'm also joining the Diversity Bingo Challenge by Ellen Made Book Club. Prompt number 8, breaking walls. This is a bonus. Do you have a non-book related goal for 2025 or wish to share? Yes, I always make this wish every year. I want to seriously study French and become fluent in French. I just don't find the time. 2 booktube channels, reads, caregiving. Where do we find the time? I know, but I would want to. Maybe I should just allot an hour a week or something. I have to make a plan because I would love to. Je voudrais parler en français. En français, en française. See, I'm not good, so I need to learn. The 9th prompt is teamwork, tag others, and I will do so. I'll give it some thought and add the tags in the description box. So I thank you so much for watching this video today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you soon here on Uncommon Reader. Take care and happy reading. Ciao.